Welcome to IFAC's number one stop to entertainment and trending news. Now, recently, Papa Shirandula actress Kawira shared that she left her marriage with the pastor Wahome Safari due to alleged domestic violence. Kawira quit the marriage during the pandemic, saying money is not everything in a relationship. Speaking during a recent interview on Radio Jambo, the popular actress alleged that her husband has not met their children since that time. She shared, in as much as he would want to see the kids, it must be until some things are clarified. She shared that her ex was her first love, but they had failed to connect. She said she would not be comfortable giving out her children to their father unless there's supervision. She stated, he can see them but not alone. I don't feel they will be safe alone with their father. Like if they're police, he can see them. She was in the marriage for 6 years, although she said she would have left early. Her experience during that time had put her off dating ever again. She said, the thing that discouraged me is that if someone is in the pulpit can do such things, that is what discourages me, because guys are actors out there. It's just that they have no awards. Well, her ex-husband decided to refute those claims and give his side of the story on this day of Utamaduni. Now, her ex-pastor Safari decided to take to his socials to share his side of the story, and according to him, this is somebody who has cost him so much by destroying his character. Now he shared, happy Utamaduni Day. Marriage is sacred and no one gets into it with a second thought. On 22nd November 2014, I said yes I do to the love of my life in a colorful wedding attended by friends and family. I met my wife in a function. We had given her an opportunity to MC. We courted less than a year and boom, the wedding. Marriage is an institution, you work it out. No one is perfect and both parties have a role to play. I did not marry an actress, neither did she marry a businessman. And if I did marry an actress, you have the answer why she's running from one media house to another. She married a fantasy. She saw my giftings, and that is why she encouraged and introduced me to her bishop friends in Meru for ordination as a pastor in 2017. He continued to say, my wife had a strong attachment with her mother, noting that she was the breadwinner and the mother lived in her house. The Bible says both shall leave their parents and they shall come together. On getting married, she wasn't ready to move out without the mother. From where I grew up, mother-in-laws do not live with their children in the same house, of which there was a period I allowed it, but the outcome wasn't good. Story for another day. The first 2 years were really difficult for both of us, having to counter pressures from family and friends. We tried to conceive with no results. I encouraged my wife. We sought the help of a doctor. I worked with her throughout the treatment, and finally God came through. She conceived, and sadly again, it was a blighted ovum we had to terminate. We prayed and trusted God as we were going on with treatment. God rewarded us with triplets. I accompanied my wife in all her clinics, and at the 32nd week, we were informed one baby had succumbed. It was tragic for us, but thank God for doctors who saved my twins. I kept my family in the very best a man can keep a woman. I provided for my family to a point of supporting extended family as well, but one evening from work, I found an empty home. I loved joy with all my heart. I have engraved my kids' initials on my arm. I inflicted pain to heal the pain of missing my lovely children. I have requested for co-parenting. She has declined. I tried to reach out, sent friends, called her, but my calls went unanswered. The past 2 years until the date she started doing rounds on social media, I did not know why my family left. I am psychologically tortured as she has kept our kids that I saw to growth almost 5 times a day at MP Shah Hospital when she was in the house recovering. Reverend Lillian Young, a family confidant, can attest to this. Her accusations have damaged my reputation. My businesses are failing. It's hurting. She's getting all this encouragement from somebody I called mom, the mom who was against marrying her from the day I introduced her. In my premarital counseling, I learned that there are no perfect marriages. Mine wasn't to be perfect, and if yours is, then we give glory back to God. Challenges are the same, I can't write. They are so personal that if I do rounds, mentioning it might affect even our growing children. As alleged by my wife, we were not compatible, and if that is the case, kindly let's move on. Cloud chasing with me may not help much. Instead, our kids will one day question you why you deprived them the love and support of their father. I wish you well and all the grace to overcome every obstacle. And so, with any story, exes give out their sides of stories. Of course, the first person who speaks out, people bash the other, and after the other gives out their own statement, people end up supporting the other. So basically, he has denied the allegations that domestic violence was involved, but what he has agreed to is that they were not compatible according to what she has said, and that is something that she has pointed out. With that being said, according to netizens, from their comments you can see, my friends, marriage is between two, not for social media relatives and in-laws. When these characters feature, the worst happens. Seek God in everything. Nothing out of that can resolve anything, even your own parent. Somebody else said, bro, I feel your pain. I know you have really fought to be with your family. I know how much you have suffered and gone psychological torture trying to reach out for your family. All is well, bro. Fight for your family. Do not lose hope, and above all, trust in the Most High. Marriage is sacred. Just keep on pushing, bro. Most men are suffering silently, bro. Somebody says it's sad that what some are doing to their kids, keeping them from bonding with their father. My mom did that mistake, but finally me and sis are grown-ups, searched for our father and we found him. So in as much as you may be so bitter with the baby daddy, don't let that affect the kids' relationship with their father. Everything happens with a reason. It shall be well. I feel you. And basically, those were just many of the comments that people were leaving, supporting him, telling him that all will be well. And of course, others criticizing Kawira for keeping the children from their father. Now, something that Pastor Wahome Safari agreed upon is that he has not been able to see his children, something that Kawira had shared. But her reason was she does not feel it is safe to leave the children with their father. But unless there's supervision, somebody like a police, then he can see them. And so as she cited domestic violence, and perhaps this is also the reason why she's scared to leave her children with this man, he has not addressed that particular issue. According to him, he just came home one day and found an empty house, no explanation, and not even knowing what exactly happened, leading to his marriage breaking down and even having his wife and his children leave their marital home, gone like the wind. And since then, he has not been able to see his children. Well, like they always say in Swahili, ukweli inajulikana na watu wawili too. And those were the people who are involved in this union. You are up to date. Don't forget to subscribe. Please turn on your post notification so you're notified once new uploads are up. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.